Hi, students and parents. This video is going to show you two things today. One, how to log on for school every day, and two, how to access your work. So we are going to be using the platform Zoom for our classroom, our e-learning classroom. So every morning, a little bit before 8 a.m., you're going to log on to Zoom. Remember, school starts at 8 a.m., so I would suggest getting on a little bit before that because we will be taking attendance, and if you're on late, then you will be considered tardy. So this is our second grade class page. I suggest copying this URL at the top and making a shortcut on your desktop so that all you have to do when you open your computer, your child in the morning, is just click on the website and then they'll find everything they need through this website. So there's two different ways to get to Zoom. The first is this green button that says Zoom link. The second is through the student portal, which is this green button. So I'm going to go ahead and click the student and show you this page. This is the student's virtual classroom, and everything that they're going to need to find is also linked. All of these buttons up here are linked. So they can click on Zoom through here as well. Once they click on Zoom, it's going to take them to a meeting. Obviously, there's not a meeting right now because we're not in school, but on Monday morning, they will click this button and Mrs. Shearer will let them in to our personal meeting room. So before she starts, you're in a waiting room until she lets you in. So that is how you access Zoom. Your child is going to be on Zoom every day from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. They will log off for lunch, recess, and activity. But it's going to be the exact same times, just as if they were a student in my actual classroom. At the same time, they need to be on Zoom. So that is how you, one, log on every morning. Two, the second thing I want to show you is how to access work. Once again, there's a couple different ways to get there, but the first day you get to Google Classroom, I want you to sign in through Launchpad. I do have a Google Classroom link here that you will be able to use, but the first time you log on, you need to do it through Launchpad so that it recognizes your account. So again, there's two ways to get there, through the black button or through the Student tab. There is a Launchpad button that they can also click on. So once you're in Launchpad, you press this blue Sign In with SAML. This should be familiar from the spring when we did virtual learning, because this is how every student had to log on for their assignments. So I'm going to log on as if I was a student so that you can see what it will look like. Your username is your student number at brevardschools.org, and the password is read02. This information is on that green card that was laminated and was sent home on Thursday when you picked up the textbooks. So if I sign in, it's going to take me to Launchpad, and this is what the Launchpad is going to look like. Once again, this is how they accessed assignments in the spring. iReady, Studies Weekly, STEM Scopes, these are all things they should be familiar with. But today, we're going to go to this one called Google Apps Learn, and this is where they're going to go to find their Google Classroom. So when I click on Google Apps Learn, it's going to take me to my Google Drive. Okay. And this is his account. It says BPS Learn, and I'm under Aiden's account. So this button up here, let me highlight it so you can see it. I call it the waffle. The kids think it's funny. It looks like a waffle, all the little holes in the waffle. So you're going to click this button, the waffle, and then you're going to click on this button that says Classroom. When you click on that button, it will take you here. Now, this is probably going to pop up because it's the first time you've signed in. And yes, I'm signing in as Aiden. It will give me other choices because I've signed in as all my other Google accounts. But I want to sign in as him so you can see from the student perspective. So I'm going to press continue. I am a student. And I've already invited all the students to my class. It says Mrs. Custer's class. So all he needs to do is press join. So your child's going to press join, and it will take you to our Google Classroom. This first page, what comes up is called our stream. You can see these icons or tabs at the top. The stream is like the wall where I would post updates, information, stuff like that. You will not see the work and assignments here. You have to go to classwork, the second tab. Okay. And we do have, this is talking about topics. So you'll see all topics when they're here will be here. I only have one topic right now because it's the first week of school. So each week will be a different topic. And then under each topic will be each day. So you can see I already have Monday's work here. On Tuesday, you'll see Tuesday's work. Wednesday, Wednesday's work, and so on. All your child has to do is click on this for what day it is, and then they're going to click on the assignment. They can either click view assignment or they can click on this picture, and it's going to take them to a Google slide. Most of their work is going to be done in a Google slide. You don't need to worry about this work right now. We are going to go over it step by step on Monday morning. And this same paper, the same worksheet here is what the kids are going to be doing in class, paper, pencil. Now, I know it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve to figure out typing and moving and dragging things on Google Classroom, but I did it last year with my students, and I know that they will catch on quickly. So that is how they will access their work every day. One thing that they do need to be familiar with before school, just kind of go over while they're watching this video, is how to switch back and forth between tabs. So you can see at the top, I have, this is his Google Slides. This is our Google Classroom. This is his Google Drive. This is his Launchpad, and this was our website. So while we are on Zoom, if I was still on Zoom, I would have another tab for Zoom. While I'm still on Zoom, he might need to be listening to me, but looking at his Google Slides work. So he might need to minimize a tab or switch over to a different tab. So that's something that we will go over, but also if you can go over with your child as well. So I hope that answers some of your questions. Also on Google Classroom will be posted when we do take tests. They will also be on here and done through Google Forms. And I will be making another video all about testing when it comes time for that. Now, I want to show you one last thing. I'm going to X out of all this. If I go back to our website, you'll notice this Google Classroom icon here, and then I showed you also the one on the first page, on the home page right here. Since I've logged in through Launchpad already, now if I click on Google Classroom, it will take me directly to the Google Classroom. Okay, and once again, I have to sign who I'm going to sign in as. You shouldn't have to do this if it's just your child logging in, but because I have multiple accounts on here, I have to choose which one. So it takes him right to his classroom. So instead of logging in through Launchpad, he doesn't have to do that and click the Google Apps and then click the waffle and click the classroom. All he has to do is click Google Classroom, or under the Students tab, all he has to do is click the Google Classroom button. And I will be going over these different apps later in the year. So if you have any questions at all about the website, how to get on Zoom, how to get on Google Classroom, please don't hesitate to email Mrs. Shearer. This is Mrs. Custer, but remember, I am on maternity leave, so I will not be answering emails and I will not be in class with your child. So Mrs. Shearer, it's shearer.kayla@brevardschools.org. If you click this contact the teacher button, it will take you directly to her email. And then you can email her if you have any questions. So hopefully this helped you and you will be all prepared for Monday morning. Have a good weekend.